Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, aka Kevin. If you guys don't know my real name, there you go. I want to make an important channel update. This video specifically, I don't like making these videos. I've never made one before, but I'm just going to make this video too at the end and just talk about some stuff. But first, I want to address where I've been. There has been a lot of things going on over the last 25 days in my life. It has been very hectic, very not good, but things are slowly starting to get back to some sense of normalcy, and I believe everything will work out in the long run, and it will definitely do that, but in the short term it's hectic. So what happened? Well, earlier this month, around November 4th or 5th, I started not feeling well. I actually was sent home for work because I was really not feeling well, and I could notice my body, something was off. I didn't know what it was, but I could tell something was off. I thought at first I may have a common cold. It's flu season, probably what I thought it was. I went to get tested, and then I still wasn't feeling good after 3-4 days. And I went to my doctor's as my symptoms had developed and my body was deteriorating faster and faster. And I went to my doctor's and he tested me as well. And a few days later, both results came back positive for crush card, aka COVID 19. Yeah, both results came back. And I had to go into quarantine. In addition to that, my health was really not good at all. I was bedridden up until probably last week, and I haven't started feeling better until this week and was allowed to go back to work starting this week. So there's been a lot of catching up, as there's a lot of things going on at work right now, us moving and due to a merger and everything. So that's been a lot of stuff, and energy has been going into taking care of that as I'm walking right back into that after being sick for such a long period of time. So yeah, I actually had caught crush card, and you may say, really, you did? You don't seem like it. Your health looks fine. Yeah, you would find it hard to believe, even I do, that a week ago from today, I was literally bedridden, couldn't do anything, was pretty much incapacitated. Yeah, I was, and it wasn't a good feeling. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was just not feeling good at all. Had most, if not all, the symptoms. My doctor suggested I even maybe go to the hospital. I said I think I could take care of it. Just rested, did everything I could, and late last week they allowed me to say, hey, you can go back next week. I was allowed to go back and start work on Monday. So I'm getting back into the swing of doing things, but I really was in no position to be making videos, guys, and I do apologize about that, but I had to take care of things. On top of that, my first day back, as I was allowed to go back to work and start doing telework last week before I went back fully this week, I got out of my bed my first day to do telework, and I had the day before had started to feel better, so I started working on deck profiles, which I actually have right here. I have Usenjus, I have Harpies, and I have X-Sabers right here, as well as Performer Plows I'm working on too. So I had some decks I wanted to work on and get ready for you guys, as well as, if you guys are familiar with this channel, over the holiday season, I usually do a lot of cool, awesome deck profiles. Blue Eyes White Dragons, Dark Magician, Egyptian God decks, you know, cool, awesome decks like that for multiple days in a row. And so it takes me some time to prepare for that. I have to do multiple deck profiles and work a lot, starting around Thanksgiving up until pretty much Christmas time and New Year's. So I was getting ready for that because I said, I can't put it off. I gotta get out of bed. I gotta do stuff. I step out of bed that morning after working on this the night prior, and I step into a huge puddle of water. I thought I had spilled over a drink or something in the middle of the night, maybe, because I sometimes keep water by my bed. I had to keep a bottle of water. I thought maybe it sprung a leak, something, I don't know. I looked down at the floor, and the entire floor is flooded. Apparently, my bedroom, I'm facing, this is the outside wall, back here, right here, but on the other side where this camera is at, there's a wall there, and there's pipes, and that's where the water, all the water stuff is kept, all the filters and stuff of that nature, the hot water pump, etc., is on that side, because that's where the laundry room's at. The kitchen's over here, etc. The pipe busted, and the fridge upstairs, and the people that I rent, the ice machine stopped working, and water dripped all the way down, and from the pipe busting and from that, and flooded my room. Guess what happens when Yu-Gi-Oh cards meet water? Not a lot of good things. I'm gonna be honest. I got blessed and I got cursed in that regard. Blessed in the fact that a majority of my cards did not get destroyed. Thanks be to God. Cursed in the fact that the cards that did get destroyed were staples. I'm talking your Anaconda, your Needle Fibers, your important staple cards, some new stuff that had just come out of Shadows. My Egyptian God deck was the only deck, it looks like, from me digging through everything at the moment, unless I come across something as I'm doing a deck profile one day. It seems to be the only thing that got destroyed. Luckily, out of that, it looks like most of the cards are salvageable. The worst, and luckily what I was able to do is, through top loaders, through everything, I put a fan on them immediately when I found them, and I don't know if you can tell by the video, but they're just bent a little bit, but to be honest with you, they were bent like this back then too, so, due to warping and some of these cards being very old, like Sunfish came out in the 5Ds era. What do you expect it not to be a little bit warped? But, nothing for the most part except a Rodent-Totem common and a $10 Sky Savior Centurion extra deck card that I use a lot for decks, got destroyed. So I got lucky on that. I opened that box up because I was going to work on an Egyptian God deck, and I was just like, oh no, how did it leak into this? Because I had some other deck boxes out, and none of them got wet. Luckily, even decks that I was working on, I had put on like some paper or some like the deck fold, the stuff you get in structure decks, that thick like cardboard paper, and it sucked all the water up, and the cards didn't get wet or destroyed. Maybe the bottom one, but it was just like a cheap common. And none of my other deck boxes got wet. Most of my decks, I keep in tins already. I had transitioned over to that, or thick, cardboard like the Millennium, that come out each year. So a lot of stuff didn't get destroyed for that reason. The loose cards I had kept on my desk that I was working on that evening, and so I got lucky, and things I usually would keep on the floor if I was doing deck building, I had put up high, luckily. So a majority of my stuff didn't get destroyed, but a lot of staples did. A lot. A lot of extra deck stuff, like all my Cerberuses got wet. All my, things like this got destroyed. But a lot of the stuff I was able to save. I had a friend come over and look at it. He's like, if you had told me this stuff had gotten wet, I wouldn't believe you because they don't look warped. He's like, they don't look destroyed. The backs look fine. The fronts look fine. He's like, I wouldn't know. So a lot of these cards that had gotten wet, it was the sleeve that got wet. Condensation made the card warp a little bit, but a quick fan on it, after a day and a half, 2 days, they're fine. And I've looked at them, every single card in a 40-card deck, and I've looked at them on a table, and I'm like, you're fine. You would find it hard to believe, but this Winged Dragon of Ra, there's a jump promo. I got lucky. This card I thought was going to get super warped because it was literally awful. The sleeve was soaking wet. It's perfectly fine. Like, it's maybe a little bit warped, but the card's old. It's going to be a little warped. So I got lucky. And I'm blessed in that regard, but I'm cursed in the fact that a lot of cards got destroyed. On top of that, because I had Crush Card, I'm not getting paid for a long period of my pay for this month. It's called, you see how this is compounding. It's a domino effect. Now, I've never asked for anything on this channel, and I really don't feel comfortable even doing it, and it's the reason why you haven't seen this video. I didn't make it earlier this week. But if you guys have anything to give, I'd be grateful. If you guys can support me on Patreon just for a month with a little bit of cash, I'm grateful. I'm going to put my address down below if you guys want to send anything as support. I could use it. I got blessed. I'm so glad that most of my decks survived. Literally, you should have seen this room on last Thursday actually, when I got back to work. It was you talk about a scared person who loves making videos, has a lot of money into Yu-Gi-Oh, and scared that his entire collection just got wiped out because of some pipe busted in his room. The floor got the worst of it. That's completely destroyed, actually, where I'm sitting at right now. But yeah, that happened, and luckily I was blessed that not a lot got destroyed. But like I said, expensive cards got destroyed. I'm hoping, like, if you ask me how much got destroyed, about $200 worth of stuff, extra deck wise and everything. That's being generous, but I'm happy not a lot of decks got destroyed. But I could really use support, guys. If you guys want to support me on Patreon for a month, I'm grateful. Whatever I'm able to receive, I'm grateful for. If you guys want to send me stuff, I'm grateful. I'll put my address down below. But I don't like asking. I really don't. If you look on this video, even after my dad died, I never asked. But I could use it. It'd be a little reprieve on my mind with everything else I'm going through right now. But thank you if you are able to. If you're not, thank you either way, and thank you for your support. If you can't give, just please like and view my videos. I'm going to get back into the swing of doing deck profiles and videos for you guys starting tomorrow on Thanksgiving, because my family's not getting together. And we'll get back into the swing of this, guys. So thank you for everything. Take care. God bless. And remember, guys, that even in the darkest of times, you must keep moving forward. Because even though life sometimes can seem like a dark tunnel, if you keep moving forward, you will find yourself in a better place. Because no matter where you are, life happens whether you make it or not. And you must make the most of it. So take care. God bless. I'll see you guys next time. Seto Kaiba out. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys that celebrate. And if you don't, I hope you all in good health. Take care.